Hey Periscope, this is Lorelia. I'm doing a quick scope. Want to talk about something that I talked about yesterday. And so yesterday I was talking about, let me think. Hey, how you doing, Mira2285? I was talking about, I don't remember, but I know during the scope I had mentioned to you all about, oh yeah, I was talking about mindset, but wanted to do a continuation of it, about the story that I started. And so the story that I wanted to continue about is that, first, let me say this. I was recently listening um, to something, and it brought up something that I had heard of years ago. And I think this is a quote from the late great Jim Rohn, personal development guru, or whatever you want to call it. And he said that mindset over skill set. Well, how it goes? Mindset over skill set. No. Okay, mindset over skill set will leave you struggling, and if you have the skill set, okay, yeah, all right, this is how he said, if you have the mindset but not the skill set, you will struggle. But if you have the skill set but you lack the mindset, you will be penniless. So what does all that means? For myself, and I'm going to use myself before I go into the example that I had talked about yesterday. There was a time when I had the mindset. What does that mean? Meaning that I knew that the information that I could provide to the marketplace was value, but I lacked the skill set. I didn't know how to get it out there to people. So there you go. There you have it. Didn't know how to give it out to the masses. And so the flip side of that is that um, once I did get the skill set, I already had the mindset to be able to do it, because now I have the skills, and now, I can now bring it forward. But what I noticed, and this goes back to the lady that I had mentioned yesterday about, I'm part of a homeschool co-op. It's for moms who, want to do group activities with other homeschool moms. So a few of them found out that I had wrote a book. And so during the co-op, we were all talking, and then one of the moms had said, "Oh, I've been trying to um, uh, uh, um, how put together my book. I have the content. It's a children's book. I have the content. I have, the only thing that I need is the illustrations, because I have an idea in my mind, but I don't draw." And so she asked me, what did I use? And I told her, I said, I use CreateSpace, which is a subsidiary of Amazon. It allows me to print on demand, and I didn't have to deal with no publisher or what have you, because she had told me, things that she went through with a publisher, and, the vanity publishers, I'd just say. And so she wanted to be able to do it herself. So I said, well, that's no problem. I said, keep in mind, your book is going to be different than mine, because one, you're going to need an illustrator, and two, color and all that other fancy stuff. So of course the cost to be able to produce it is going to be much more higher than mine. But I couldn't imagine that, Amazon, does or does not do it. I'm not sure, because I never had never had to put a book together in that, in that realm. And so she goes all into, no, I kind of looked into it, and I don't think they do it, and this, that, and the other. So I said, oh, okay. Well, that's easy. I said, okay, let's just say Amazon does not do it. They will not put together a book that needs all those bells and whistles. I said, okay, well, just go to a printer. I mean, any printer that's, worth a grain of salt that prints books will be able to put any type of book together. And I'm just talking about an actual a book printer. These are factories and companies that's all they do is put books together. So as long as you give them the type of book, this, that, and the other, the type of paper you want it on, they're going to print books, and that's all they do. They're not a publisher. They don't do marketing. All they do is print books. If push comes to shove, then you can use that. Then she goes into the other hurdle of, oh, well, I'm not really sure what my book will target. So I say all this to say, look at all the things she's dealing with. She's first making a big thing about who's going to print her book. And then her next hurdle is who's going to print her book. The next hurdle is I'm not sure who my book is targeted to. The next hurdle is I gotta find an illustrator. Now keep in mind, I'm giving her solutions to all this, especially for the illustrator, because there's a mom in our co-op who is an artist. And she even said, well, if I am unable to help you, my husband will, because her husband is a bona fide artist. That's what he does for a living. And she even told her, well, my husband will be able to bring your stuff to life. So as long as you have an idea in mind, he can help you. So then I even told her that. I said, okay, well, now you have an illustrator possibly. So the only thing that you two will work out is that, the credit that you're going to give him. Because, of course, you look at any children's book, it says, okay, book is written by this person, illustrations is done by that person. With all that being said, voila, there you have it. Solution is solved. But she can't get out of her head. And so it goes back to the quote that I said that I believe the late Jim Rohn talked about. Skill set, but you have the skill set, but you lack the mindset. It will leave you penniless. And what does that mean? Meaning that she doesn't even believe in what it is that she has to be able to even bring it to fruition. She doesn't even believe it. She's putting so many hurdles in front of her to be able to just get it out to the marketplace. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. There you have it. So many people will never be able to put out what it is that they want out there, is because they're lacking the mindset, but they have the skill set. And so that is what I want to talk about today. If you have something, just put it out there. I told her that I was very transparent. I even say this, she even started talking about typos in a book and all this other stuff. Now keep in mind, her book is a totally different book. It's for a whole different audience. But this is what I will say regarding that hurdle. And this is what I will say regarding that hurdle. I told her my book, in it, I don't have it in front of me, it lets you know that there are mistakes in terms of typos. And I said, I'm letting people know, because this is what I found to be true. And this is what a business a coach of mine that I hired who told me. When you have something that people want, they're not going to look at all the cosmetic stuff. Oh, the T not crossed, the I not dotted, there's, a missing letter. They're not going to look at that, because at the end of the day, they want what's in the book. They want the solution. And that's why I say I know what my book is targeted for. It's targeted for people who have a certain pain point. I sent out an email today announcing that I am going to be opening up a few slots to be helping people. And I've already had people who've inboxed me and raised their hand and said, Lorelia, I am ready. So there you have it. Have I sent out emails with typos and misplaced words? Yes. Does my book have it? Yes. But like I told her, and I tell everybody else, if you're looking for perfection, it's not in my book. It's not in a lot of things that I provide. Not that I'm putting out sloppy stuff, but this is what I do know, that when people want what it is that you have, they're not going to look at all the superficial stuff. It's only those who will never buy. And that is what I've noticed. It's the people who will never buy from you that are going to look at all these little things. And of course, I've did many videos on validation or seeking validation. Those are the ones that are going to point something out. And like I said, they not going to never buy from you. They never will. All they going to do is look and comment and all this other stuff. So once again, this is Lorelia. I am signing off. You want to learn more about that book, how to get rid of debt collectors, how to rebuild your credit, go to jumpstartyourcreditbook.com. Okay, this is Lorelia signing off.